Just a reminder, folks, to make sure to be here for our victory giveaway. Come to the game and get a figurine of your favorite mascot free.
The National Basketball Association and the Memphis Grizzlies are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to return and really disrupt the behavior such as mocking, throwing objects, attempting to enter the court, into a play, or using improper language or gesture.
Coming up next, the Grizzlies taking on the Nets. For Memphis, coming into their own, building inertia. Can they take it a step further tonight? Nets, Grizzlies, coming up next. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Shorter rotation player, next man up mentality though. It does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Yeah, they're missing a quality player. And we all know injuries are a part of the game, but they've got to make the adjustment.
Now the opening lineup for the Brooklyn Nets. We've got Demon. He's out there with MP. Nicholas Claxton out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Clowney in at the power forward position. And for Memphis, on the perimeter, it's KCP and Wiggins. Jaren Jackson out there with Zach Edey. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Just about halfway through the season, Grant. Which half of the season went quicker for you, first or the second?
You know, BA, after all the anticipation, the first half just goes by in a hurry. And the second half, you are in a rhythm, so the games can blend into one. So I'm going to be a politician. The answer is both.
All right, time to go to the sidelines and revisit just how amazing MP has been this season.
Thanks, guys. Well, he's made history. The most three-point makes in a season and still going. Every time he touches the ball, something special can happen, and opposing defenses are working overtime to try and stop it. Back to you.
He is so fun to watch. Good stuff there. Thank you. Pass to Jackson. The three. Brooklyn pulls it in, and that's 26 straight for them now. Only two other teams have ever won more games in a row.
What's striking to me about this incredible streak is that in the course of a season, you might have an injury, you might have a bad shooting night, maybe your defensive game plan wasn't strong at the outset, and yet they grind night after night, come up with different ways to win. The commitment it takes to be on this kind of run is something else. Boy, he won't miss many of those, but it certainly happens and did there.
Takes a step back. Here's Morant. And he buries his first look.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
Just an electrifying style on the court for John Morant. And Grant, he's not shy when it comes to confrontation.
Oh, yeah. No, he's not ducking any smoke. But part of his maturation is choosing his battles, including trying to preserve his body from those fearless forays to the rim. Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Demon. Thomas outside. Shot clock at 5. Back to MP. Fires the three. Nails it from beyond the arc. MP's got 9 points.
He dialed in from the jump tonight. The confidence is showing here in the first.
Outside Wells. For three, Caldwell Pope drains the triple. Caldwell Caldwell Pope's got his second basket.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
On the wing, MP fires from deep. Knocks down the long J.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Outside Wells. Outside Morant. And there's Memphis with another bucket.
A phase of his game that Ja's worked hard on. Morant's jumper becoming more and more reliable.
On the wing, MP for three. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And so Tuomas Isalo calls a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. So Memphis ends up going with a new group. And now we have a minute here to take a look at which teams are playing the toughest defense. Number 1, the Nets.
Well, allowing the fewest points per game in the entire league, this defense has been absolutely dominant. Give the coaches a ton of credit. Players are skilled and motivated. You've got good schemes. Very tough to score against this bunch.
Jackson outside. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Back to Aldama. And stolen by Williams. All right, let's get a report from Alex. Oh, wow!
Oh, man. MP, that was nasty.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. .105 left in the first quarter. Johnson against Jerome. Jackson, the pass to Jerome. Here's Pippen. There's the three. Claxton with a rebound. Jerome against Johnson. Here's MP. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. MP's got 19 points.
MP ready to rise and fire as soon as he touched it.
Jerome passes to Jackson. Will it go? Claxton with the block. And the officials now calling the shooting foul. He got a lot of ball on that blocked shot, but also got the body. So some free throws coming up right now. Memphis shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And that one falls for Jackson. Jaren Jackson, he's checked.
Substitution on the court.
Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Pass to Aldama. Jackson outside. Clock at 6. Down low. And the basket by Aldama. Aldama's got his first basket.
Terrific move. He sees the opening and doesn't hesitate.
Scottie Pippen Jr. out there with Ty Jerome. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then there's Santi Aldama. And it's Jackson in at the 4. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. MP drills the 3.
Yeah, this defense looks absolutely helpless trying to stop MP right now. He's having his way out there.
To the middle. Here's Aldama. Pass to Jerome. And here's Pippen. Drills it from deep. Pippen's got 6.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Now MP, defended by Pippen. Back to MP. Here's Wilson. And here's MP from outside. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Whoo, this guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
Shoots from 12. Pippen, no good. Brooklyn leading by 9. Pass to Dimon. Now here's MP. And the Nets, another three!
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Jerome outside to the inside. Here's Jackson. Hits the jump hook.
Yeah, good touch from Jackson Jr. Ready to score inside when given these opportunities.
And here's MP from outside. He buries it from 3. MP's got 12 now in this quarter.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Aldama, the pass to Jackson. All right, Doris, when you're talking about the type of player who comes off the bench, what kind of player do you like best in that 6-man role?
I mean, for me personally, I love guys who can keep pressure on the defense with their scoring ability. Somebody who can shoot with range or put it on the deck, because then your offense doesn't take a step back.
And a new group getting ready for Memphis. Edie's checked in for Clark. Wells comes in for Jackson. Caldwell-Pope's checked in for Pippen. And it's Ja Morant in for Jerome. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Thomas comes in for Williams. Here's Dimon. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Clowney. Back to MP. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Outside Wells. And here's Morant. To the paint. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
And their offense seems to be coming around. Now they're shooting upwards of 50% from the field.
MP outside. From outside, off the mark.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Caldwell-Pope's shot is off. Brooklyn leading by 12. MP finds Thomas. Back to MP. The three-pointer off the mark. Memphis has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
One of the faster players in the league, end to end. I mean, few people can run with Morant.
Pass to Clowney. Out to the wing. Here's MP. Takes the 3. And again for 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
For 3, Caldwell-Pope. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got 3 assists in the game. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets ending the quarter up 10. They've been lights out from deep, and it's a big reason why they have a lead in this one. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
I think for Brooklyn, there are some high expectations coming into the season, and they can create a lot of pressure on a team. But they said, we can handle it, and they're proving it.
Yeah, they've got the character and the talent to be a top team in the league.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Brooklyn Nets.
They did.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Kicking off the second half, here's Jordi Fernandez's 5. They've got MP, also Dimon out there, Cam Thomas out there with Nicholas Claxton, and it's Clowney in at the 4.
And what an impact he's making from beyond the arc. A big three-pointer to narrow this lead.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
A chance to get a quick injury report.
Thanks. I got some news from Brooklyn's head athletic trainer. Sadly, he let me know that it is a broken leg, not the outcome anyone in this arena was hoping for. It is a major loss right in the thick of the season. Other guys will have to step up. Let's see who answers the call.
Okay, Allie, thank you.
It is, and nobody wants to miss any time. Obviously, everybody wants to be out there contributing, but sometimes you got to be patient. You have to make health a priority, get the results, and then put your plan in place.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, the Grizzlies last season retired the jersey number of the grind father, defensive ace Tony Allen, the player who coined the grit and grind motto that came to define the franchise in the 2010s. Allen was a perennial all-defense selection in Memphis, and his hard-nosed play set the tone. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
This is a guy who will happily go to the line if that's what the defense wants to give him.
Outside Wells, pass to Edey, and out of bounds. The Nets will take it. The league is already buzzing about this year's three-point contest. So let's have a look at the players likely to make an appearance.
The three-point contest only becomes more competitive every year as long-range shooting continues to be a coveted talent in the league. But these guys are in a league all their own.
You look at MP, he occupies the top spot in voting. We'll very likely see him in the three-point shooting competition.
And he might already be the favorite. When he gets in a groove, he's automatic.
And this year's contest is really shaping up to be one to remember. Plenty of dead-eye shooters on that list so far.
And lots of guys have a three-point shot now. But this list is really the cream of the crop when it comes to putting up long-range bombs.
Pass to Morant. Morant hammers it down hard.
Yeah, teams try to get physical with Morant, but he shows exceptional body control off the contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. MP left side. Let's go with a three. And Morant clears the board. Morant's got 4 rebounds in the game. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And so it's Memphis with it. 8-point game. Right side, Caldwell Pope.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Good D by MP. Pass to Claxton. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. And here's MP from outside. Nails it from 3. MP's got 11 in the second half.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Jackson, the screen from deep. Morant. The three-pointer is down. Ja Morant.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Well, when you think about Cam Thomas, Doris, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Well, it's the first thing that comes into Cam's mind, and that's put the ball in the basket. And the ability to do it from range or off the bounce, this guy is a special offensive player.
Another bucket! Wow! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Outside, Morant. Morant with the close-range bucket.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Brooklyn leading by 9. Pass to Thomas. From deep, MP. And the call will be against Nicholas Claxton. That'll be a second foul of the game.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Aldama comes in for Wells. And Ty Jerome subbed in for Caldwell Pope. And a change for the Nets. Williams is checked in for Thomas. So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Mark is checked in for Memphis. Jackson comes in for Jackson. Here's Jackson. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. And it's Morant missing. Here's Wilson. Here's MP. Jerome grabs the miss. Pass to Aldama. Clark, no good. Nets leading by 12. Down low. Stolen by Jackson. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Aldama. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
Takes it in from 7 feet. Uses the glass to drop it in. MP's got 56 in the game.
He has done the heavy lifting for them offensively, now looking to close this thing out.
Shot's good by Morant.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And Williams drops them both.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
Grizzlies trail by 12. Pass to Morant. Aldama outside. Fires the 3. Drops in the 3. Aldama's got 7 points.
You know, he's been giving them points, but they still can't seem to get over the hump tonight.
And so it's MP making things happen for Brooklyn. He added to his astounding total of 3-pointers in this quarter. He may never have another night like this. Back to the game after this break. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. We've got Jaren Jackson. Ty Jerome is out there with Scottie Pippen Jr. Then it's Brandon Clark, and it's Aldama in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's Mann. After the basket by Memphis. And yes, another basket.
And with this tremendous night, he is tied for 2nd most 60-point games in a season.
What a year he's having. Game after game, being able to score so effortlessly. Truly remarkable. They get it back. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Just a load to deal with inside. When Jackson Jr. goes up strong, he puts the defense in difficult situations.
And so he hits both. Here's Mann. And here's MP from outside. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Inside, here's Jackson. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Jackson's gotten 4 this quarter. Pass to MP. Here's Timmy. Clark covers. Back to MP. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Good! Another from 3.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for 2nd for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been. And timeout is called by Tuomas Isalo. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. New group getting ready for Memphis. Edey's checked in for Clark. Wells comes in for Aldama. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Pippen. And it's Morant in for Jerome. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Head coach of the Grizzlies had some words for his team over the break. And he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
Claxton, an elite finisher at the rim. That is nicely done.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Oh, missed on the tray.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
MP. The three is off. And so it's Moran who brings up the ball for Memphis. It's a 14-point game.
Second team foul.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Misses the three. Brooklyn leading by 14. Fires the three. Connects again from distance.
And he's topped his own personal best. A new second-place mark for most single-game triples. He is never shy when it comes time to launch.
Not at all. Casting away and making a little history in the process. What a privilege to be here to witness this. He's as good as it gets from long distance. Now here's Thomas. Good! That's another bucket!
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time.
Yeah, when you talk about absolutely thrilling your fan base, MP has done it. I mean, who knows if this...
Oh, connects again!
Unreal. He's got the fourth most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time great individual performances in league history.
Honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. He's in the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and then Wilt's 100 are the only higher-scoring games.
Good! Another from three.
Oh, hot as a tea kettle. He is just firing away, and he has set a new record for the most triples ever in an NBA game.
Breaking his own record. We knew his reputation and the kind of shooting display he can put on. He's taken it to another level, though. Brooklyn in total control. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Another one falls. Amazing.
And incredible. Never thought we'd see another player score this much.
Man, it feels surreal, doesn't it? That score puts him tied for the second most points in an NBA game. What an historic night.
And to think when the night started that we'd see someone match Kobe's 81. I mean, his performance tonight has been nothing short of magnificent.
Pass to MP. The three. Another one goes. Incredible.
And that score moves him up in the record books yet again.
He now stands alone for second most points in a game. Unbelievable night.
And with 81 in the rear view, he has only Wilt's 100 mark left. This is the closest anybody has ever come.
5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Wells tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Now let's send it over to Jennifer Quintana. Take it away, Jennifer.
80 points. Only 2 people in the history of the league have reached 80 points before tonight, MP. What are you feeling right now?
I feel amazing to have the support of my teammates. For them to let me go out and achieve something like this tonight, I'm at a loss of words, because we're all hoopers out here, and we can all score, and we all want the rock. So to know that these guys were willing to come out and make sure I achieve something on a night like this, that's really got me going, because that's special. And man, I'm going to go celebrate with these guys right now.
As you should, MP. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Over to you, BA.
All right, thanks, Jennifer. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this.
Hey, I just texted MP. 80-point game is crazy. I'm about to start calling you Lil Kobe. Hey, congrats, my man. Shout out MP. Hey, I just...
Up next, the Mavericks taking on the Nets. For the Mavericks, they feel really lucky, losing only once in the last 9 games, doing the little things to get wins. They want to keep things going in the right direction. Nets, Mavs, coming right up. The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, on the sidelines as well. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Naji Marshall.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Demon, also Powell out there. Nicholas Claxton out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Wolf at the power forward position. And for the Mavericks, in its small and power forward, it'll be Flagg and Davis. Irving and Thompson are the guard set. And it's Gafford in its center. And both these teams coming into this game playing some very good basketball.
Yeah, Kevin, both teams are in rhythm. Both teams have certainly found their flow. And I think sometimes in this league, it's not who you play, it's when you play them. And based on the way these two have been playing lately, we're going to be in for a great one.
Tim is a guy who played many years in the league. This momentum thing, that intangible, that's a pretty big factor, isn't it?
Oh, it creates a collective confidence that absolutely carries you through stretches of your season.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. There's a good screen. Demon tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Outside Irving. Flagg sets a screen for Irving. Off target from 3-point range. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Here's Demon. From outside, off the mark. Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against the Grizzlies. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Grizzlies was simply terrific. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and that was a season high for him. Putting in a performance like that one really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that wave tonight, guys.
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Well, he really lit it up. Maybe we'll see a repeat performance tonight.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Mavericks. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Well, both teams struggled to be competitive overall last year, but at least their season series was.
Now here's Wilson, and there's the bucket from MP.
Beautiful timing on that play, and MP finishes it.
For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Looking to end the run. Irving misses.
Well, give the defender credit. Sometimes it's enough to force the miss.
You know, you got to be impressed with the size and athleticism of this Mavericks front court, Jim.
And now the addition of Cooper Flagg at small forward. So in addition to all the length and mobility they already had, this now makes them the match of any team in the league in that regard.
Off target with his three. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 7. From three-point range in the first quarter. And it's good, 2 points.
Well, as a defender, it's hard to overcome a height disadvantage when you're that close to the basket.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. different look for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Marshall comes in for Flagg. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Now, here is Russell. An 11-point game for him in the win against Chicago. Davis against Wilson. And they double up Davis. Washington kicks to Russell. Sinks the three-pointer.
Cognizant of the entire court. Russell aware of where the defenders are and really does a great job creating opportunities.
Here's Thomas. He has yet to score. Drills it from outside.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Nets. He delivered 9. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Brooklyn.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
The 4 and 5, it's Davis and Lively. D'Angelo Russell out there with Najee Marshall. And it's Washington in at the 3 slot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Here's Russell. He drains the quick shot. Russell's got 5 now.
A quick-minded player. Russell can adapt to defenses and put the ball through the hoop.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Anthony Davis prefers playing power forward. He said, quote, "If I have to play the 5, then it's totally fine. At the end of the day, I trust coach's decision." I'm pretty sure he heard AD wants to play the 4, but I want to win. So if that's me playing the 5, that's what it's going to be. Kevin, back to you.
He can do both. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. You know, Greg, talking about Cam Thomas now, what are some things you'd like to see him improve on?
Well, I'd say defense first and foremost. If he's able to improve there, as well as his passing and playmaking, watch out. He's already an incredible scorer.
From downtown, good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
On to the right wing, and here's Washington outside. The Nets on offense. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Shot left block. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Mavericks trailed by 14. Pass to Russell. Back to Washington. Here is Davis. Back to Washington. And here's Russell. 4 on the clock. Marshall gets the bucket.
Getting everyone involved. Russell operating the offense like a seasoned vet.
On the wing, MP. And again, it's Brooklyn with a 3.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jared Lively. Flagg comes in for Washington. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Marshall. And Irving subbed in for Russell. Irving with the ball. 23 points for him the last game against against the Bulls in Chicago.
And he promoted team chemistry. That's how you do it, by moving the ball.
Tim, when you think about how the game is currently being played, how hard do you think it is to defend?
It's a lot tougher than it used to be because you have much more ground to cover defensively with the number of three-point shooters that are on the floor, plus the number of guys that understand how to draw fouls.
And the league changes, don't they, in the way they officiate, so that is kind of an ever-changing way to grasp what you do on the defensive end.
Yeah, the league has tried to help defenders, give them a little bit more leeway because of how difficult it is to defend this level of skill. What great body control. Irving excels at working off contact.
Screen by MP. From the arc. Good! Another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
There's 57 seconds left now here in the second. A nice shot by Irving.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Man passes to MP. From deep. And again, it's Brooklyn with the three.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Here's Irving. And another basket for Dallas.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Pass to Whitehead. In the corner, it's MP. Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Now Irving. He's got 16. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. Davis controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Brooklyn Nets.
How about all the points coming off those bench, man? I'm telling you, when you get that kind of scoring up and down the lineup, you can write your own ticket to wins.
Yeah, complete team effort, and they're playing an entertaining style as well. Moving on to our next topic, All-Star voting, a peek at the latest returns.
I was just thinking about all the changes we've seen to the All-Star voting process over the years. A lot of new factors in play now.
Yeah, like social media. Definitely tips the scales when it comes to who's selected.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere. Out there on the floor for the Nets. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Williams, MP out there with Thomas. And it's Clowney in at the 4. Good! Another from 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 16-point game. Inside, here's Thompson. Thompson gets it inside.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And he's still going, but Tim Klay Thompson has always been celebrated for his run with the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, Kevin, 4 titles, 5 All-Star appearances, 37 points in a quarter. Klay and Steph comprising quite possibly the greatest backcourt tandem in league history.
And you talk about building a legacy. That's MP's mindset, not just for himself, but for this team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Derek Lively comes in for Daniel Gafford. And it's P.J. Washington in for Thompson. Wilson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Nets leading by 16. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Anthony Davis talked about the pairing with him and Kyrie Irving. And he said, quote, Kai can do it all. There is no flaw in his game. And with me being able to play in the pocket and roll to the rim, be a lob threat, pick and pop, and handle, where he can come set a screen for me, I think we complement each other very well. Back to you.
Quite the tandem. Thanks a lot, Allie. Pass to Davis. And stolen by MP. Here's Williams.
Oh, man! Well, that's quick reaction time. MP was ready.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T Connected Cam. There's a minute left here in the third quarter. Outside, Davis. To the paint, here's Washington. Shot to stop the run. Ball's knocked loose.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And finished off by Lively.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
MP sets the screen for Williams. Back to MP. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. 46 points for MP.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Davis with a screen on Thomas. Irving with a clean look. Drills the three-pointer. Irving's got 25 points.
Well, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Well, and there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The 4 and 5, it's Davis and Lively. Russell is out there with Najee Marshall. And it's Washington in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. The 3 from MP. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Outside, Russell. Pass to Marshall. Lets the 3 fly. Nailed from three-point land.
Yeah. That's next level stuff from AD. He draws the eyes of the defense and then locates the open man.
Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
He's been carrying the load on offense in this one, and he might as well keep looking for his shot the way he's been going.
Russell from long range. And it's MP with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 17. Right wing. There's the triple. And got it! Another basket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. making a switch here. Irving's checked in, and a switch here for Brooklyn. Demon, he's checked in for MP. So it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Now let's send it over to Jennifer Quintana.
Big win for you guys, MP. We know when your team turns up the defensive intensity, you hit another level. You had a few steals tonight that seemed to ignite your side. Talk about that.
Could have had more, you know. I'm trying to be a legendary pest out there. That's what this team deserves, and it's what they're going to get from me going forward.
Can't wait. Back to you, Kevin.
Hey, Jen, thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.